Hi, Cancer. Thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your in depth reading, my friends. This is a free flowing intuitive reading, so please take it as it resonates. Okay, Cancer. So, without any further delay, let's get into the reading, okay? So, your overall energy is the passion for purpose and the blood angel. What I'm getting, Cancer, that I really feel like you are very exhausted. Almost you feel like not feel like you feel you're tired, you're exhausted, almost a little bit depleted in a relationship. Yeah, I'm getting this is a connection that you feel like that you are, in order to, you are constantly putting effort to keep that passion alive, keep that this relationship is still not over, it's still there, it's working. I don't know, I feel like there is a depleting energy within you, and that's kind of it, and it caused by that you are constantly trying to make something passionable than that they are not. And it's actually really causing a lot of, almost like, kind of pushback energy within you, at the same time kind of almost like a little bit of hold on. No, I was getting, I was about to say victim mentality, but I don't think that's it. That's, no, you are not getting into that. But it definitely is like there is like a pushback energy within you. Is you like, I cannot do this, but at the same time, you always find yourself that you are still there and still depleting and still putting effort into this connection, trying to make it. And I feel like this effort is not really that you are physically making some effort, it is more of a your emotional investment. You feel like that that emotional investment is not coming naturally within you, but you are feeling like, no, this is something that I should have emotional investment, so you're kind of forcing yourself to have emotional investment, to create this kind of intimacy or passion, and that's depleting you, it causing you a lot, it causing you a lot. I'm feeling like you are quite tormented inside, Cancer. It's like almost, I don't know what's gonna happen. Almost like sometimes you feel like you cannot, you cannot make a firm decision on this. It's almost like you feel like whatever happens to me happens to me. There are moments when you completely submit to this absolute turmoil of emotional misery. When it comes to energy wise, you feel very depleted, but at the same time you feel like there is something, and you feel like almost supposed to be feeling this passion, but you are not, so you are kind of triggering that passion in you, to almost like you are kind of inducing that passion forcefully, and that causing a lot of energy out of you, Cancer. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We got the bodacious bodak and the poet. I really feel, Cancer. Ah, this is your energy. First, I thought that this is someone else, but I really feel that this is your energy. You have like almost like you have this dual nature. Energy vibrates. One energy which is very introspective, like to spend time with oneself, kind of silent, reflective, very deep, and like these words, you like poetry, you like songs that are that you can connect with the lyrics more than the tune, those kind of things. I feel like you are very, that's your one energy. And the second energy is, this when you get this energy, you feel much calmer, because this energy you kind of accepted that this is not whatever relationship connection you were in, because I really feel like this is a connection relationship energy over there. This part of you has accepted that, it's, I'm not feeling the passion, and it's, kind of accepted the way things are, kind of accepted the way you feel, and yes, you are little, you are like contemplating. I'm not gonna say it's sadness, it's more, it's not just simply sadness. It's like, I thought this is supposed to be, I thought this is how I feel love. Then, it's almost like you are reflecting question back on yourself in this version, in this energy. And then there is another energy within you, which is like very, you feel like you need to be proactive, you need to be act beyond, like before others, so that you can stay ahead. So this is a very nervous, a little competitive, and kind of, like you want to be ahead of your game. You don't want anybody to tell you, oh, Cancer, you should have done that. You don't want to give any chance to should have, could have, would have. You are very, it's like a very fiery, almost impulsive. And this energies I'm also getting is very nervous, because this energy is like, it stems from this feelings that, oh, if I don't know, other will know, then I'm gonna be standing behind, and people gonna go ahead of me. And it's not just people, it's not that you wanna win the race, but you don't want to be just stay behind. So there is a constant, traveling with, almost like racing against time. And that's very, 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 like very, very exhausting energy. I think this is that this energy keeps you in this connection, because this energy you feel like, okay, I need to do that. I thought this is okay. If this is not that what it is, then you get nervous, then you get anxiety, then you feel like, oh my god, maybe there is some kind of demon in me, so I need to act more and more. I want to feel passion and pour effort into it emotionally. It's like a constant roller coaster there. And there is another part which is like accepted a certain part of you, accepted this part of you, kind of content with it. But there's this two kind of in a dialogue within you, in a dialogue within you at this moment. And like, look at this, it's like creating this contradictory but at the same time very effective energy for you. It makes you very gloom, you makes you feel like, oh my, I don't know. Sometimes you feel like, I don't know, I thought I know myself. I thought I kind of got it together, but I don't know. It's like, and then the moment you kind of realize it, when you first realize, you kind of push it back. You feel like, okay, that's not true. But then you kind of sit in that feelings, and you realize there is truth in it. And you get very, it's kind of saddens you. It's kind of saddens you, it kind of depresses you, that you still kind of, you feel like you are wandering in the desert or something when it comes to emotion. And you thought that you got it, but it feels like so, like elliptic energy, very elliptic kind of senses, and that makes you feel kind of gloomy. And then, like at the same time, you feel like, okay, if this is not it, there is something, must be, maybe there is a reason for it, maybe everything happens for a reason. Where is the truth? It kind of triggers you to change within yourself, to see that why this is not happening, because this is something that you thought, it's perfect on paper, then why it is not acting. So when you feel this gloom, it actually motivates you to look for truth within you, so that you can answer yourself why it is happening. You can gain some clarity. So it's like, you see that how this kind of energy is actually pushing you towards a, it's like a transfiguration, it's like a figuring out something, that kind of fiery energy within you, which is not really giving in to this gloom and depression and this, constant state of gloominess. You are kind of pushing yourself out by seeking the truth within yourself. So it's like they are contradictory, but at the same time they are very they are actually triggering each other. And then we got the lease of the shadows. I am getting that. Yeah, I'm getting that. And there are energy, there are days, Cancer, you are really going through it. Yeah, there is like a lot of emotional waves, and that's good. I mean, it's like a different variation, lot of layer coming to you. And then there is time when you feel like the emotion is so overwhelming, then you feel like you just want to plunge into this loop that you are going through. You don't want to seek any rescue, you don't want to seek anything, you just want to plunge into it, you just want to go deep dive into this kind of loop. But you know that more you deep dive, you are kind of going in and in and in, and you want kind of out. So sometimes this energy kind of pull you in. But when you see, that's the beautiful about your energy. There's like a constant contradiction, and this contradiction is actually to your benefit. The more you go towards this, like, let's say when you're feeling like, I cannot make a decision, I cannot fight, I'm just gonna go in and in and in and see, I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna give in to this situation. So there, the moment you feel like that, then you feel that something new is coming to you. Then you feel like, oh, there is a new opportunity. Then you get, then your spiritual, then your spirituality kicks in. You're getting what I'm trying to say. The more, the moment you, not more, it's not that I'm encouraging you to get into this energy while you completely giving this vicious cycle of, absolute abyss. I'm not talking about that. But the moment you get there, when you feel like, I'm just gonna submit to it, I'm just gonna give in, instantly that moment you find a spiritual lightness. Through that moment triggers you. It feels like, oh, there is something coming in me, there is something, this situation is trying to give me something. What is that? Let's seek for the truth. So there is like, again, this truth seeking energy comes in. So every this, all this moment that you are trying to, energy that you are trying to get away from, they are coming in order to get something out of you. So I feel like this energy actually balancing themselves very well, even if sometimes you don't feel like that. But I feel like energetically they are really actually balancing it out. You don't have to balance it, they're doing it so that you can find something in it. Okay, now we are gonna go deep into the tarot, and we're gonna see how you are incorporating or kind of maneuvering this energy in a very material world, in your 3D life, 3D surroundings. Okay. Yeah, because look at this, is both card is giving, their hands are reaching out and they are catching something. So this person is giving and this person is catching, and this is like next to each other. I really feel that energetically, when you get to that moment, when you feel like, okay, this situation actually opening up something. They're trying to give me something. They're trying to show me something. They're trying to offer me something. They're trying to guide me somewhere. It's when you get that inclination, you in the King of Water, then you really feel that there is something. There is something that you can actually tangible, that you can actually invest into. What is that? And this thing, I'm going to go deeper into what is that you are receiving in this King of Water. It's actually ends, it's in some kind of financial stability also. Ten of Earth, it's like, yeah, you have been kind of very contemplating, going back and forth on some kind of decision that you wanted to make when it comes to money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to advance your career. And you might have felt that if you take that step towards it, you might be considered a little selfish. Maybe you have to sacrifice someone else's, not sacrifice, all this high word, not sacrifice, it's like, you cannot prioritize others need, and maybe that you thought that would be a selfish move on your part. But I think this thing that is, like when this kind of spiritual moment opens up, there is something coming which is actually emotionally very fulfilling for you, and which also ending some kind of back and forth on some on your like career, money, and that front decision, that struggle. You are making that decision that it's gonna be, it's whatever this a king of water is receiving, whatever you are receiving. And king of water, that means it's an emotional investment is coming in the form of which you have to connect with emotion. But this, that, whatever that is, we are gonna go deeper into that. It's actually ending some kind of, it's actually gonna give you, it's actually helping you to make a decision which can give you a stability around your finance, money, career, growth of career, advancement of career, study, those kind of things. Even though you thought before that if you take a step towards that you will be considered selfish, but now when this king of, when you get that, you don't consider that anymore. That back and forth is gone, and you are actually getting very, you are kind of stepping into it, you are not shying away just because you thought others, your action going to be considered selfish. You are not shying away from that material prosperity. It could be anything related to that. Uh, let's get into this. And it's also, it's like, look at this, it also gives you like when, okay, no, I'm gonna go deeper into king of water first before I move ahead. Mm-mm-mm. Four of cups in reverse. Ha ha ha. So you are, so it's not actually something materially that is given to you, it's an emotional clarity. And the clarity is the four of cups in reverse is us, it's, you are getting this clarity with the ace of air. So there is a, yeah, you are getting this clarity that you are waiting for whatever you are in right now, with where you feel exhausted, in vain if you keep on waiting on that, because it's an absolute keep waiting in vain. Hold on, they told me get another card. King four of cups in reverse. See, eight of cups. Yeah, yeah, it's highly advising you to understand that the purpose of this, whatever the, the passion for purpose, now you're feeling, now you want to induce passion without any purpose, but the purpose for that passion and connection is already over. If you keep on waiting, you're going to be waiting for vain, waiting in vain, because there is nothing to come back, because it this energy passed on, it's already passed on. You are holding on to it because whatever, we discussed. So that's the king of water is emotionally. So you are gonna get the clarity in the form of, so something gonna trigger your emotion, like something you are gonna get this clarity not by analyzing, you are gonna get this clarity in your deep emotion that, yeah, it's really really, the purpose is gone. You're going to realize that not mental energy, not through your mental energy, but through your emotional energy. And once you get that clarity, once you get that, it's not even clarity, I feel like you already have the clarity, it's a matter of really have the courage to make that, act on that clarity. And with the ace of air, here is a huge potential. When these things happen, there's a huge potential for you to really act on it. Let me get another card. Oh no, I'm not gonna get another card because what I wanted to ask is actually here already. Let me get another card on 10 of Pentacles, because I want to see, because there is something on a very material front you are gonna be benefited by having this understanding. Maybe this connection has hold you, kind of back in terms of money. Maybe this connection not, maybe you want a higher study, maybe this connection is not actually directly indirectly not letting you do that. Maybe you want to change your career path. This connection, is something, this, the moment you understand this and actually have the like courage to act on it, there is, like this duality around that material decision will be gone, and it's going to be very helpful for you in order for your 3D establishment and success. Okay, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it feels like what's happening. See, it was like that. You have been, there is something other than this connection that is very close to you, and I feel like there is a deep sense of knowledge, thirst for knowledge, going for a voyage in the in your life, on a, like, like a voyage of life, like go for adventure, like not like literal adventure, like a knowledge based adventure. Advance your life, advance your horizon, advance your resources in a very practical way. You wanted to do that, and I feel like you wanted to either go for a higher study or change your career, go to different country, or do something different. There is something tangibly you wanted to do, but this thing actually holding you back. But this dilemma gonna go away with the with this action. But this clarity is not just, the thing is, this is a clarity, this is a emotionally you are feeling it, Ace of Air. There's a mentally you feel charged to move forward, but are you taking the action? Because the it's connected with the call is the judgment. You really, like when this clarity comes, you feel like, okay, finally I'm out of it. But again, you are gonna, in this time, you in this energy, you are really gonna feel, finally I'm out of this absolute, this loop, because you feel like, okay, I'm emotionally felt it, I'm mentally ready, I'm gonna do it. Call is like a judgment. Yes, I'm ready, bring that changes, baby, that kind of thing. I'm free, I'm gonna let myself out of this, however way, whether literally I cut off this connection, or I just change my energy around this connection, or I don't invest that much. However it is, you feel like you got it, you are gonna get yourself out. But the next moment you feel like very Libran energy. You feel like, I don't know, there is like this energy. You feel like, oh, but I kind of want to make it equal. I kind of want to balance it. I kind of want to bring it to the balance. There is nothing that I cannot bring it to the balance. Even though you realize that this energy is gone, there is no purpose left anymore. But there is like this material understanding, justice is like, but I can fix it. Your fixing kind of mentality is like, oh, but I can fix it. If I be more, I need to look for how to balance it. If I can still fix it. That's that energy, the justice in and this is, look at this connected with the Six of Water in reverse and the Ten of Fire in reverse. So see that, all these things, that is, Ten of Fire is like a burning down your burden one by one, burning down, that does not liberate you, that does not make you feel that you are free, that does not make you feel lightweight in your body, that does not make you, have a peaceful and calm afternoon just by yourself and just thinking about nothing, because it's constantly swirling in your head and making you burdensome, exhausted. You're supposed to burn this, but then it's like, and you also know Cancer, but that, this, the past connection that you try to draw in this connection is actually fictitious. You created it completely out of your this kind of emotional need to fix things. You know spiritually that this connection has made its purpose and it's gone. There is nothing. You can only deplete your energy if you stay in. energetically or figuratively. But the thing is, you tell yourself emotionally, you kind of make yourself believe that this is the connection that is like almost like a soul connection, past life connection, twin flame connection, and you supposed to be there. You, no matter what, you are gonna go through it, you are gonna balance it, you are gonna bring them, you are gonna call them in, you are gonna work this love of attraction or whatever, and it's actually burning your skin and it's actually breaking your spine, but you like to make yourself believe that because you feel like you can fix it, because this need to fix things, that is something in you, even though spiritually you know, okay, now I'm gone, but again there is like a something almost like a karmic behavior within you that's hold you back. Here I'm gonna get one more card for this justice in reverse and see. No, I'm not gonna take that. I feel like okay. Page of Wands. And that came over King of Water. Yeah, Cancer, you are like, you feel, it's not feel, it's like you know, after this almost like a clarity or clarification within yourself emotionally, you feel like maybe you can give another chance, you know, because you feel like, okay, now I know certain things are cleared up. So now I'm more aware of my own position in this connection, spiritually and mentally, emotionally, than I before. So let me try again with a different approach. Page of Wands, being creative with your action. You're like, okay, let me try again. Let me, but it's all rooted from this, no matter how enthusiastic, it's all rooted from this core sense that you want to fix things. Okay, it's up to you. I'm just telling it. Hold on. After that, we see Eight of Fire in reverse. So you try to, you know, when this kind of moment comes, you remember what I, you know, when you feel like I'm gonna give in. This is the same energy, Eight of Air. You feel like you cannot maintain any distance anymore. You go back. You go back to this inner connection, you go back to this connection, whether you go back actual physically if you are in a physical separation, or you go back energetically. Even though you are physically separated, you are constantly thinking about it constantly. That's this energy revolves you. You go back. You go back. Because why you go back? Because you, this is a battle between you and you, Cancer. Because again you feel like there is this, you feel like there is a deep passion. Again, King of Fire, passion, you know, you feel like there is a passion there, you both love each other, you feel like that. And I mean, you like to think that. Do you feel that? No. But you like to create that reality because you feel like, oh, they are not just being emotionally vulnerable, emotionally understanding me, but they still love me, they still need me, they still want me, even though they are not satisfying me. I feel dissatisfied, I'm sick in dissatisfaction in this connection, but I also know or think I know that there is this love there, they still want me, you know, that kind of thing. So what is asking you, I feel like this is the universe, you know, what, maybe there is, you know, all this connection that you feel, but the thing is, what this connection in materially, energetically, this is doing this materially, it's saying that it's not actually letting you be completely emotionally independent. You'd hardly find any solitary time for yourself when you can think about yourself. Think about it. If you're resonating with it, when the last time you thought about what you just energy around only about you, not about this person, not about this connection, outside this connection, how deeply did you get to think about all these things? So there is, because I feel like that, you don't get to do that. You don't get to go to your own, self zone of emotional exploration, because it feel like it's constantly consumed, because you are letting it to be consumed by this constant energy involvement. That's why you feel so depleted. I feel like many of you, if you're resonating with this, may not be even physically with this person or with this connection. It could be even that you already physically, like officially, like practically separated from each other. And I also feel with the six of earth in reverse is doesn't bring you the, your share on the forefront, what you are needed to do in your life for yourself, for you. What about your life is more than outside this connection, right? And all those other aspect of your life outside of this connection is absolutely unbalanced, because you are not giving that attention and the resources those areas of your life is actually requiring. So that's why he's asking you to be impressed, be careful, be nurturing to yourself. There are other aspect of you, other outside of this, is getting extremely affected by it. Pay attention to your overall growth. Otherwise, maybe one day you are going to find yourself in decay. Will that be too late? Self-care, like self-care means, I know this is also self, your feelings on this matter is also making you a part of self. But the part of self, there are other things. You may be too absorbed into one for quite a long time. That's why you also feeling like there's a need to get out of it. When you feel that this need, I need to get out of it, that means there is something that irking you. That means it's not all good for you. Your soul is urging to get out of it. So that means you need to pay attention, impress, be detail oriented, pay attention to your overall well being, your mental well being, your physical well being, your spiritual well being, your material well being. Outside of this connection, try to focus more time outside of this connection. Think things outside of this connection, even though no matter how your mind deroute you to, think about this and how to fix it, what are the new approach you can take. Your mind may deroute today, but fight against your mind sometimes and try to, okay, outside of this connection, what is my life about and how I'm going to take care of it. So that's what it's really really asking you to do. And I feel like your energy is going there. Your energy is like a, you are struggling, you are, it's like a constant struggle of opposite interaction, opposite energy. But you are, if you see the rhythm, if you see the progression, if you see the path here, I feel like it's actually, this opposition is actually helping you to get into finally this embrace mode, where you're gonna will be able to identify your need, your want, your desire outside of this cycle. So in order to get there this opposition kind of maneuvering, kind of directing you towards you, towards this, even though they are kind of tearing you apart because they are opposite. So I feel like overall this is a good movement. It's like a very, it's gonna help you. All right, Cancer, I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time.